So this is like a thrift haul. It's a combination of stuff that I've gotten from the op shop I volunteer at, and also they had like a recently it was like book fest, and it was massive. It was like a full convention hall just full of like secondhand books. Honestly, I could have spent like 3 days just looking through it. So yeah, most of the stuff I've gotten is books. I haven't really found any clothes recently, but I really like this creator called Vex Thrifts. I will link them below, like in the description. And I really like their stuff, so I was kind of inspired to do something. But yeah, I haven't really found any clothes recently. I have looked, but I'm bad at finding clothes that are my style. I've had like my mom was better at finding stuff. I had like a friend that was like a support worker, and like she was so good at finding something and being like, bam, that's your style. But yeah, we got this Sonic backpack because it's Sonic the Hedgehog. I had to get it. It was like $2. I got this fidget spinner, which I thought was cool. I started fidgeting with it like in the shop. Like it had like the price on it, like so it wasn't spinning as well, but like this is just one of the coolest fidget spinners I've ever seen. I actually have a little fidget collection. I got Hikaru no Go, which is funny. When I first read this, I had just finished Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I went and just happened to find another manga that is about like a kid that gets possessed by a ghost thing to play games. Hikaru no Go is also by the same artist that did the art for Death Note, and I love Death Note's art. There will be further proof of this in this haul. But yeah, Hikaru no Go is definitely an underrated series. And then it's funny, after I read this, there was another one. I forgot the name of it, but it was basically another series about playing. This one was about chess, and this kid got possessed. I don't know how I managed to read 3 series about board games possession in a row. It was weird. I've actually had it before. Oh, I remember I was reading books, and I read Silas and the Winter Bottoms, and then I read, oh, where is it? I know, House of Dragons, and then there was another one, and they were all about like cousins competing for like a fortune and stuff. It was weird. But yeah, I'll go over these ones first. Um, Part of it was just picking out books that were big and thick, because I went straight to like the reference section, as I'm like, uni books are expensive, and they were like, selling them for like $10. These kind of things, like your $50 would be like the cheapest. So this one's like teaching literacy to kids. Honestly, I just like big, thick textbook things. I didn't know what Flemish art is. I still don't really, but I'm gonna be honest. I was half like, because I was being brushed by my friends because we wanted to go get lunch, and I thought it said the golden age of feminist art, but I'd already picked it up, and I'm like, well, this is a sign that I can learn something. Um, so yeah, I don't actually really know what Flemish art is, but I mean, it looks cool. We got English literature, which is something that that's what I'm studying at uni. So I was like, oh, this could be helpful. Again, more companion, but this one's about Australian literature, whereas this one's like Victorian stuff, which, I find kind of interesting. I like Gothic stuff, and, Victorian sort of leans into that aesthetic. Like, you've got Victorian goth. And also, one of my teachers loves the Victorian age. And then, this is apparently, like, an addendum to an encyclopedia. So it says not in 1982, but it's really I think it's really, like, about the year before it and stuff. But I saw this and I'm like, I don't know, it could be interesting to learn specific stuff from that year. Just funny facts. So yeah, I was also probably looking in like the wrong section. I realized later that there was a better section that was more art related, because I was like, why are these all like medical and sciencey? I want art stuff. Yeah. This is a memoir about OCD. I did read it in high school, and when I saw it at the op shop, I'm like, I have to get it again, because I remember the book being really interesting. And just haven't seen it for a while. Got a series of unfortunate events. So I've actually started rereading the series, and like collecting them up. And yeah, I had like book 1, and I saw that they had book 2, so I had to get it. And I saw this, like, and I was like, oh, that could be helpful. I know that in year 3 of the bachelor, like, that I'm doing, there is a whole thing about Shakespeare, and like Shakespeare's, just a big part of stuff and can be quite inaccessible. So having like a handy resource. And like $3. There's also been some interesting things that I've seen. Like, some of the weirder stuff is there's a book that if it's there when I go back, I want to get it. It's called Baptizing Harry Potter, and it Like, I didn't grab it because I saw it and I'm like, that's cursed, and I sent a photo. But then I looked it up. It's like a $60 book. It's like a full-on academic text. And I'm like, oh, that actually sounds interesting. Like, but it was, like, cursed because it, like, had papyrus font for the cover and stuff. I also saw there was, like, a big, massive fan. Like, a hand fan. But it was, like, those dolphins. It kind of reminded me of that song, like, I always want to be part of your symphony. There was also a Wii, like, which I found funny because we had just bought a Wii. What else have I seen that's funny? There were, like, PS5 controllers. Oh, another thing that's not here in this collection because I put it with our Wii games. I got it was like Broadway Just Dance. I'm gonna look it up on my iPad. I forgot what the name of the game is, but like if I look up Broadway Just Dance, but it's like picture Just Dance, but for like musicals. Dance on Broadway is the name of the game. I also grabbed that, so yeah, I grabbed this game. Because I thought that was, like, I like Just Dance, and I was like, it'd be cool if it's, literal Broadway songs, and that could also inspire me that, like, I don't know, if I like one of the dances, I want to get more into musicals. I got Heartstopper, because, it's Heartstopper. I remember, I think I watched season 1 of the show, but I haven't gotten super, like, I don't think I watched season 2. I don't know if there's gonna be a third season. I don't know if they finished it. That shows how much of it I watched. And then Gone Girl is one of the texts for uni. I have it on my e-reader, but I'm like, I mean, for $3.50, maybe that I found it kind of difficult to read. So maybe if I have a version I can annotate. I'm not someone that annotates books much, but like especially the fact that I have 2 copies means that I can annotate it without it messing up future reads is my thinking. And it's already been loved. It didn't cost me a lot. And then we've got this that I got, which is probably the coolest thing here. Oh, maybe the fidget spinner's cooler. It's massive, and wait, I need to zoom out. Hold up. Ta-da! Like, I also didn't think through where I was gonna put this, because, like, it looked a lot smaller in the shop. Like, now that once I got it in my room, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is massive. And, like, this was, like, $10. And also, because I get, like, from volunteering, I get store credit. Like, all the things from that shop, like, I bought them at once. It cost me $4. Like, for all these books and, like, this, which, yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, this thing is cool. I've also seen stuff that, like, I remember having as a kid. There was, like, a Hello Kitty bag that I had, and I was like, oh, I had that. Yeah, there's been interesting things. I definitely want to keep an eye out for clothes, because I want to get more into, like, Ouija fashion. See, I feel like the difficulty is that I have some sort of niche taste, and I'm not the best at always seeing the vision. And I want, like, more masculine stuff, but, like, I don't really fit into men's clothes. And men's clothes, like, there's not a lot of it, especially small. Like, you're lucky to have a couple of shirts. And, like, there's been somewhere I'm like, oh, that's an interesting color, but then it's, like, those, like, it's, like, an ugly Hawaiian shirt that, like, I'm like, that's not it. Because, yeah, I saw this one that was this really nice deep purple on the back. But then, yeah, it was, like, this full print. There is an ice cream themed shirt, which I'm kind of tempted by, as I don't mind gaudy, like, over-the-top t-shirts. Like, I have a couple. Like, I have this one that's, like, covered in dragons I got from Dangerfield. But I also kind of want to lean more into, like, Ouija fashion. It's summertime. So, like, I mean, there's lots of suits and stuff. But, yeah. I do also need more shorts. Just so that because I don't have a lot of pairs of shorts. I tend to have long pants. So yeah, it's just something to keep an eye out, like, maybe, like, cool colors and stuff, like, maybe some more vests, things to yeah. I do want to, like, dress in that, like, sort of Ouija style, but it's quite expensive if you to buy it new. And I feel like there's ways to style older stuff, or, like, secondhand things. I just need to figure it out. So yeah, that's my haul. Not sure if it's that exciting, but that's what I've gotten and stuff. So yeah, combination of the op shop I, like, volunteer at, and then the book fest. Honestly, I need, like, the full 3 days of book fest just to, like, look through everything. And, like, I went in with a decent amount of money, but I also needed money for, like, food. I know, food's so expensive. But the fidget spinner's cool. They had all sorts of, like, they had, like, a section that was comic books and, memorabilia, nerd stuff, and they had video games. They didn't have any of the Kingdom Hearts I needed, which is sad. But also the games and stuff weren't sorted. They also had some, like, they had Black Cat, which I was really tempted by, but they were like $20 a volume, and they were in Japanese, which I couldn't justify getting them in Japanese when I can't read that. As much as I do really want Black Cat, it's a series that I don't see in stores. I think it's gonna be a difficult one for me to get, but I think it's an underrated series. I don't know, maybe it's just older and people have forgotten about it. But yeah, that's just something I'm on. I guess like if I see it, I will get it. But yeah, given that they were Japanese volumes, I'm like, yeah. They also had a manga magazine, but it wasn't one that I recognized. If it was Shonen Jump, I would have definitely grabbed it because most of the stuff I've read is from Jump. Yeah. Um, I mean, I'm definitely gonna buy more stuff because I'm there all the time. So like, I'm there once a week, so I'm gonna see stuff. They also like there's gonna be a lot of clothes because we just had Christmas, and so much stuff was donated. I was like tagging up different things. Oh, also something else that I forgot about that I saw. I didn't take a photo of it or anything. They had a CD of the Shark Tales soundtrack. I don't have a CD player or anything, so I can't justify buying it. But I was like, that is just I'm just like I should have known that something like that would exist, but like it was really funny just to see it because Shark Tales is kind of a movie I forget about, and just seeing like a soundtrack like that, especially for a movie that like I don't know if it even had original songs. It was probably just like a pop song compilation, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's the stuff I've gotten.